Hello YouTube, M1NDxBEND3R here with another video, and this time we got something a little different. I say that because, well, honestly, I'm not sure if you could classify this as a transformer. It does transform, per se. It has more than one form, I guess. I don't know if I'd call them modes, but I call them forms, because if they are modes, they're extremely Cybertronian. But because I have actually built two, I have the pieces of the second one ready to show you. And, I mean, if you feel so inclined to build one, I highly recommend it. They're ridiculously fun to mess around with, and I'll show you why in a second. But as for building them, I mean, it's only 19 pieces. Granted, you need about 5 of these pieces here. You need 5 of them. And that's really the only drawback to building this, is they're not the easiest things in the world to find, but if you have 5 of them, I'd highly recommend building this thing. And what this thing is, I call it the Omnicon. The reason I call it the Omnicon is because, well, Omni means all, and he is prepared for all situations. If you've ever, if you're a Star Wars fan like I am, of course I am, I'm a dork, but if you're a Star Wars fan like I am, and you've read the book Fatal Alliance, you'll know that there are some droids in it that are referred to as hexes. Now these droids, the hexes, were unique in the fact that they could redesign themselves to suit any environment, you know? They would grow new weapons, they would shield themselves, all sorts of cool stuff. And in doing so, they were almost unstoppable. Now, I liked the concept, and so I designed something of my own to build it. Now, this is actually not the original Omnicon. I designed the original Omnicon when I was in, like, 3rd grade. And for the sake of this video, I rebuilt it. This is the original Omnicon. And what I originally built him for was to be the perfect work bot. Because my friend and I, we were building a fort out of Legos, and we decided to build little robots who were working on the fort. And this is the one I made. Now he has 4 different forms he can transform into. And they're rather forced because, like I said, I was in 3rd grade. This is his robot form. Pretty basic. Then you turn him around, bring his arms together like this, and this was his heavy lifting form. Yeah, that's what I called it. Then, flip him up, and you got flying mode right here. This is how he flew around. And just because it was too hilarious to ignore, that's bat mode. Yes. He has a bat mode. I was in 3rd grade, and I gave him a bat mode. Awesome. So, that's the original. Now, I don't know how many of you out there are like me, but what I always love doing is going back to things I built when I was a little kid that were really cool when I was a little kid, and updating them. Hence we have the Omnicon. This is an updated version of the Workbot. Now to build him, 19 pieces. I mean, how hard is it to get a hold of 19 pieces? To start off, you take a hinge piece, 1 of 5, and 2 of these little ratchet joints. Attach the ratchet joints to the bottom, on either side, like so. You should have them like that. Then you take these 2 hinge pieces here, same hinge, and attach one to both sides, just like so. And you bring them around, like that. Then you take these halves of the ratchet joint and attach one to each side, like so. And there you got his torso, pretty much done. Then you're going to need 4 of these, and what these are its eyes, in this form. In this form there is eyes. In other forms they're different things. There you go. Now I take these hinge pieces here, still more, and attach them with the hinge in the back, like so. And you should have them like that. Then you take these pieces, these translucent grate pieces here, and attach one to each of the bottom of his feet, like so. And you take one of these, another one, attach it to the top of the arm, like so. Then you take your little Technic part here and attach that right there. And that's one arm done. And you do the same thing on the other side. And attach it like so, and there's two arms done. And that's an Omnicon right there. Now, why this is an updated version is because, well, as you can see, they're a little more threatening looking. At least I think so. Anything with weapons threatens me. So, whereas this one was just kind of silly looking. I still get a kick out of them. Put them off to the side. Now, where the original had 4 different modes, these ones have 12. 12 modes, because they have to be suited for any environment. Now, in there, one of which is this, the robot mode. We'll only do one. We'll focus on this one. Now, for a robot mode, he's obviously his articulation is limited. You can already tell his legs go in and out. That's it. They don't go forward or back. I guess you could consider this a knee joint, but without this going forward or back, it's really useless. The arms in and out, up and down. If you could call this an elbow. I mean, obviously I've never seen a robot or a person with an elbow like this, but the idea here was to build not really a human looking thing, just something that's outlandish, something that's otherworldly, hence this guy. Now, to get him into his first mode, we'll go to his cannon mode, in which case you straighten his arms, bring him around to the back, fold in his legs, and set him down. And there you have him in a floor-mounted artillery gun mode, which I really like it. It's one of my favorites. And again, as I said in my previous video with Longshot, he reminds me of Galvatron. Yeah. Now in this mode, I kind of think of these as either like where the power is stored, you know, or maybe even like a shield generator to protect this thing. But that's just me. Then from this mode we'll go to spider mode. He has a spider mode. You fold these down, 2 notches, angle these out ever so slightly like so, and open them up like that. And that's spider mode. Yeah. Again, I really like this mode. It just looks creepy. You know, if you can imagine like a swarm of these crawling at you. Yeah, that'd send me running. And then next we'll go to his tank mode. Now I say like that because it's not really a tank, it's just, you'll see. So you straighten out the arms like this, fold them all the way around, fold these guns like so, flip them around, and bend this hinge so it's like that. Now as you can see, I mean, it's kind of a stretch of the imagination, kind of like a hover tank, I guess. But it's got weapons up here. It looks like it would hover, so yeah, that's his tank mode. And then in the back, these are kind of like thrusters. And then from here we'll go to his land speeder mode, and for which you straighten out his legs, fold them in like this, straighten out the arms, fold them out to the sides, bring these down till they're straight, and then 1 notch down, straight, 1 notch down, and then you fold these up against them, like so, and fold it in half, like that. And that's land speeder mode, and that just looks fast. I mean, that looks like it would just be cruising down open streets, going X miles per hour. I mean, it just looks fast. So that's land speeder mode. Now we'll go to his deep sea exploration mode, for which you flip him over, straighten these to either side, fold them in half, and just bend these a little bit. And there you have him in deep sea exploration mode. Now, I picked this for that mode because it looks like a manta ray kind of to me. You know, you can just kind of imagine it swimming around. Yeah, at least I can. I don't know. But yeah, that's his deep sea exploration mode. Now from here we'll go to combat drone mode. Now for combat drone mode, you fold these up, angle them till they're straight, and then 2 notches back. Fold the guns down, and bring them down, and they become arms. Now this would be combat drone, or maybe more like a probe droid, I guess. You know, you can imagine him kind of floating around, spying on things. Just kind of a generic drone mode, you know. I guess you could have him in combat, you could have him spying, have him doing work, whatever. It just looks cool. And then from drone mode, we'll go to deep space combat mode, which is basically another drone mode, but you flip them over, fold these out, and where they were 2 notches back before, bring them up 1 notch. Fold the arms down. And that says deep space combat mode. Now I picked this for, I call this that, sure, because this just looks alien, it looks threatening, and it looks like something I wouldn't want coming towards me. So, like, if you can imagine a battle in deep space, you know, maybe him floating around, shooting stuff. Yeah. And so then from this, we'll go to his deep space, his spaceship mode. For that, you fold these in on either side, all the way in, straighten these, forward, forward, and this is kind of fun. Whoosh. You pull them out like that. And there you've got his space mode, like his space travel mode. Now this is like a fly, you know, just fly through space kind of mode. It looks like it would fly a lot faster than his space drone mode. So he flies around, he shoots stuff, he gets in fights, all kinds of fun stuff. He has another flying mode, which we'll get to in a second, but I chose this for deep space because this just looks alien. Yeah. Looks like something out of Battle Los Angeles, if you ask me. And then for his satellite mode, yes, he has a satellite mode. You rotate these around, you bring these out, you bring this together, flip this to the top, like so, then straighten these out 3 notches each. And that's satellite mode. Just imagine him floating around up there. Imagine these as kind of solar panels, thrusters maybe, I don't know. But that's like his satellite mode for communications, for spying, or just to chill up there in orbit for a while, I don't know. Satellite mode. From satellite mode, it's easy enough to get to his flying mode as aerial combat mode. Straighten out the guns like so, flip them around, and bring the wings down. And that's aerial combat mode. Now, this I picked for more like, you know, if there's a battle on a planet, he would be in this mode, flying around, like, in the atmosphere, flying around like this, because it just looks more down to earth. A lot less, it still looks alien, but less alien than the previous mode. So this is his, yeah, aerial combat mode. From there we'll go to his mobile cannon mode, where you fold these up, like that, fold them down, like that, bring them around, and straighten them out. And there you've got this, which I took the idea kind of from Fall of Cybertron Shockwave, where he turned into a cannon that just flew around. That's what this is. Fly around, shoot stuff, and then transform into a flying mode and get out of there. So yeah, those are all 12 of his modes. And then, if that weren't enough for you guys, he has a combined mode with the other Omnicon. Now for the combined mode, you straighten out these, bring them down 2 notches like so. Take him, flip him over, bring those out, fold these in, and flip them down a notch. And then you connect them right here to here. Connect them right there, like so. Bring out the guns a little bit, and you got them in this gunship mode. Yeah, just kind of imagine him flying around, shooting different things, kind of hovering. So yeah, that's his gunship mode. And the only downside is it's kind of hard to separate them. Usually ends up taking part of the other one with him. Yep. Easy enough to fix. Click, click. So yeah, these are the Omnicons. And like I said, they're updated versions of something I built when I was in 3rd grade. But they're so much fun. You can do so many different things with them. They're just so much fun just to mess around with. I highly recommend, if you're watching, I highly recommend to build one just to see for yourself. And I mean, you can come up with different forms for yourself, you know? I mean, I came up with all these different forms just messing around with them. Oh, that looks like it could do this. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. So, thanks for watching, guys. Leave a comment if you have any opinions, questions, requests. I would be happy to listen. Thanks for watching. Subscribe if you like, and I'll talk to you later.